Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
What's up guys, welcome to today's video. So today's going to be another episode of Apple Addiction, and if you haven't noticed, this is going to be the 13-inch MacBook Pro with that amazing M1 chip. It's going to be a 512 gigabyte storage with an 8 gigabyte memory, and it's going to have that amazing M1 chip that's going to be in there. That's going to make this computer super fast and super reliable. I've been using it to edit videos and photos, watch movies, watch YouTube, do a bunch of things, and I've had no issues. The battery on it is just outstanding. I've probably used this to watch about 2 Marvel movies, which, if you know how long Marvel movies go for, they're about 2.5 hours. And in my opinion, that'd be pretty strenuous on the computer, especially if you're clicking out, tabbing out, and doing other things at the same time, like messaging on Discord, replying to messages, looking through your emails at the same time, maybe even editing a photo at the same time. Like if you're using Lightroom while watching something like Disney Plus and it works perfectly fine, then that is definitely a computer for me. You also have an option of 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte in case that 512 isn't enough for you. And you can also upgrade your memory to a 16 gigabyte memory. So if you feel like that 8 gigabyte isn't enough for you, then you can easily upgrade it. So we're just going to talk about the touch panel, the keyboard, the speakers, the ports that are on it. Just quickly get that out of the way so then we can jump into what the screen is and the rest of the computer. So to start off, there is going to be a touch bar at the top, which is just absolutely amazing. And off to the right here, it's going to be the Touch ID. It is still going to have the password that you can put in, but most of the time you can just put your finger on there and get that Touch ID working straight off the bat. If you look on here, it's got pretty much everything that you need. It's got your brightness, it's got your apps, it's got your other apps, it's got your different desktops, it's got your keyboard brightness, skipping, pausing, volume, and even Siri. The keyboard is the exact same as pretty much every other MacBook. Before this one, I had the 2014 MacBook Pro that was the 13-inch like this one, but the speakers were really bad on it. The actual speakers were really like rattly, and I think the speakers completely blew and they were gone. The screen had some weird like smudging going over it. I think that might have been from the anti-reflective coating that was on it, but it still ran and it still did a great job. I had that computer for about 8 years or so, and it was just an outstanding computer, so of course I had to get another Mac. This Mac is an extremely big upgrade from a 2014 MacBook Pro. So having a touchpad at the top, Touch ID, these amazing speakers that go along the side here. Another, I wouldn't call it an issue, but something that I was not prepared for is going to be the fact that the Apple logo doesn't light up when you open the MacBook. I was not ready to get a new MacBook and realize that these are just reflective now. Now, a big issue that I ran into when I got a MacBook is the fact that now it's only going to be USB-C ports. There's going to be 2 on that side, and then there's going to be a headphone jack. That was something that I was not extremely excited on, something I wasn't very big on, and something I wish that they had changed, because I really liked the fact that it had SD card ports and it had your two USB 2.0s, a headphone jack, HDMI, and it just really made your Mac super like versatile, and you could do a bunch of different things with it. You could have an external hard drive, you could have your SD card put in, you could have a bunch of different things running at the same time. But now you can only put a USB-C port in. That is why the day after I got this computer, I went out and I invested in a good, it's gonna be just a aftermarket port for the MacBooks. So this is just gonna be a aftermarket port, and it actually does an extremely good job. You can charge your laptop through this port, which is something I don't do, but it's good to know it's there, I guess. So this end is going to be the USB-C, and then this end is going to have two USB 2.0s, a micro SD and a normal SD slot. As I need the USB for my external hard drive, I need the micro SD for my GoPro footage, and my SD ports for my Canon M50. I'm glad that companies are making aftermarket parts to kind of help you get the versatility out of this MacBook that I reckon should have been put into it. Now, I'm sure that Apple had a reason why they didn't put the USB 2.0s and HDMI cables and all that into it. So the price of this computer is going to be coming at $2,200. So I think the $2,200 is very much worth it for this computer, especially considering that you get the amazing M1 chip, you get the Apple care and love that goes into it, you get pretty much all of the latest tech like touch bars, Touch ID. You can also get, for an extra $500, the Final Cut Pro, and you can also get Logic Pro, which Final Cut Pro is just going to be a video editing software to make videos, and Logic Pro is just going to be a music production application. So it's pretty much going to be like GarageBand, but better. So I would probably end up getting Final Cut Pro, but at the moment I'm just editing my videos on iMovie, which Final Cut Pro is going to be coming in probably the next few months for me. So the video editing is going to be getting a hell of a lot better, so don't worry. Now, I did get this computer from JB Hi-Fi, which I'll have linked below, and that is going to be, I did get this when it was on sale for about, I think it was $1,979, give or take, plus Apple Care. So I got a pretty decent deal. I think I got it for about $2,100. So I struck gold when I walked in to buy this computer, because I got a $2,200 computer for $2,100, which was only about $1,900 considering the fact that the extra money was for the Apple Care. Now, I would recommend that everyone gets Apple Care just due to the fact that if you're someone that's going to be taking this to work, to school, to parties, to whatever your thing is in life, I would highly recommend that you do have Apple Care in case you do drop it, or it accidentally gets smashed, or it gets stolen. So at least then you have something to fall back on, and you don't have to spend the $2,200 again. Moving on to the screen now. So this screen is pretty much just going to be like every other screen. It's just going to be the 13-inch Retina display, but this one has got True Tone. So I'm not really big on True Tone. I do turn it off very regularly, and I am very annoyed with the auto brightness because I'm continuously having to turn it up. But in my opinion, it is highly worth it because this screen is actually amazing. The blacks on it just look super stunning. Like the blacks are like pure black. You don't get any warping in the black, and the coloring on it is just super bright. It stands out, and when you're doing photo editing, video editing, it's super easy to color grade your photos, because Apple have that amazing RGB that just makes your photos just look so pure and just perfect. So I do highly recommend this computer for video editing and photo editing, movies, TV shows, anything that you're interested in. And another thing I have to mention is these speakers are amazing. Like, they are just spectacular, and they have probably got the best sounding speakers I've had on a computer in a very long time. The bass on them is great. It's got decent treble, and the volume is just really, really loud on them when you want to turn it up. So that's something that I did really enjoy. So in my opinion, I would 110% recommend this computer to anyone that is looking to buy. Alright guys, so that is going to be the video today. I didn't go too in depth on this computer because to me it is just a computer. I wouldn't probably go jumping and screaming if they brought out a 2022 MacBook Pro that's got a faster touchpad or, you know, face recognition or something. I would probably not go screaming for that, because to me, this is just something that gets me through my hobby. So that is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for coming to this video, and I will catch you guys next week.